It's funny the way there's slight haze over here. Like almost like I can, like, let me lean over like I can put my hand through it. Is it just on my screen? Maybe you can't see what I see because of the light on my screen, but can you see me putting my hand through something that's not there? Might be the light just shining off my screen that only I see that you don't see. Love 'em and leave 'em. Love 'em and leave 'em. I love what I'm doing. I go away, I do everything else, and I come back to do what I'm doing again. What I want to do in this video is a short piece. I'm just trying to piece it all together right now. I'm not even sure where to start in this piece. I might be able to begin with Rolls-Royce, which can say real, Ellis, sell us, real, sell us real, Lear, real, Lear, yo, any crap, Angel Resident, yo 11, any crap, come to beta world, 9 birth plus 2 beta. This creates 25, 25th letter B and E, and the 15th letter, 25 for Earth, 15 for Mars, yo 11. The gateway to any craps. You crap out, you don't get a number into the game. The 7th gate, where you sign out with 7. 1 and 6 the half-life, 52 the Earth, 43 DC. DC and C and E. D equals to 4 and 12, which equals to 4 and 3. Why does that happen? Because in the game of pool, the 4 ball and the 12 ball, 1 and 2 is 3. So you get 1, 2, and 4, which says bad. And I always, 2 and 4 is always the cat, and that's communication. C and E is 1 and 1. It is also 1 and 2, which becomes 00. It becomes 99. It becomes 66. It becomes 33. So the split of 66 and the creation of the Christ through Jupiter and 96's rotation into the heavens, because that's just plain what it says. I can't help it. It's plain what it says. 9 and 9 is 18. Becomes 9. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 becomes 3. And 3 is creation. From 1 and 2, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 5. Creation of E from C, which is started from A and B. 1 times 2, A and B. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 1 times 2 equals 2. 2 and 3, BC, before the Christ. Creation of 5, ABC, Michael Jackson. Jack, plug us in. Jack, J letter is the 10th letter. J is the 10th letter, but the Jack is the 11th letter in the deck. Like I did in my last video, when you add up 1 to 12, it equals to 78, which is actually G and A. 78 in the piano becomes A again. The 13th letter equals 91. So let's say we count up 5 through 13. 5 being first, 13 being last. In through orange, out through orange. 1 and 3 equals 4. 5 and 4 equals to the sun. Orange is a creation of red and yellow, creating the orange. We do not count A, B, C, D, which is 24 and 10. Take away 10 from this, we're now down to 81. So let's count all our numbers again, starting at 5. So if I go 5 until 5 till 9, right? 5 till 9, there's the first 9, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or the second 9, which stops at 18. 13 and 5 is that 18. Their total added up is 81. So if I said 8 and 1, what if I said 8 and 1 or 1 and 8? Does it actually say the same thing? Because I was looking it over today, and if I said 18, I've got 8 in the 1 position, and I've got 1 in the 10 position. But if I have 81, I have 8 in the 10 position. Now, how can I reduce that 8? Well, according to words and languages, in French, they say 80, as in 4 times 20 is that 80. So all of a sudden, my 8 is now not 80 anymore. It's just 20. My 20, okay, is two parts of tens that join together, creating the I, like two circles, two tens here. I got two of these, right? But I overlap them to bring one world into the other world. Hard to explain some of these things. So anyways, when I count from 5 to 18, if I count from 1 till 18, okay, it equals to a total of 171, which is actually 161. Forget about the ones. We now have 6 and 8, which is the division of the seventh gate. 8 meaning the heavens connecting through the sixth man, because that's what it is. 3/4. You take 20, 20, 20, and add man into it, you now connected the heaven. You take the father and the mother makes it 100, and the father and the mother to make it 120. How come 2 fathers, 2 mothers? Because my mother had a father and a mother, and my father had a father and a mother. So the father and the mother and the father and the mother that made a father and a mother made me. 2 and 2 is 4, plus 1 and 1 is 6. That came together to make me lucky 7. Hey, lucky for me. Another thing I wanted to speak about, besides the Rolls Royce Yo creation, in this number over here, the lower one over here will be 89. This one over here will create 3 and 2, 5. But by creating 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will create this, and that'll create your 5. Okay, this one will be 98. Then it'll be 65, and that is your F. And then it'll be 32. What it will be as it is. 3 and 1 and 2 and 2 equals to 44. 9 and 1 equals to 10 equals to 1. 6 and 1 is 7. 6 and 1 is 7. That is the Christ. 33 is the Mass, Christmas. Actually, you can't look at it that way because I'm adding numbers to it. 3 and 1 is 4. 6 and 1 is 7. 74 will become Jesus through Jupiter. I flipped these upside down. I still got 96. Instead of 33, I now have E and E. The E world, electronic angel residence. C and E are these two numbers. The numbers missing in here are created from the reverse of 1 and 1. The reverse of 1 and 2 will create 6 and 5, and will create the yo. Because when we play the game of craps, why are they always screaming yo 11? Yo 11. Something else that I wanted to mention was somewhere in my work was number 72. Number 72 is very, very special. And I'm going to put this on hold for a second. And I'm going to take it off the hold, check that my focus didn't change. And here it is, 72 times 360 is 25,920. If we do it 4 more times, because the spirit is the spirit of 76, right? We get 76. 4 times is 5760 Hebrew time, the year 2000. Okay, and this will end up to be 25,920. 25,920 plus 14. No, 25,920 plus 5760 equals to 31,680. That 31,680 becomes 4. 3 and 1 is 4. I need 468, and I don't remember where that takes me. I'm going to have to just not go anywhere with that right now. The reason for this number, this is the 360 that goes around. 72 is the 3-day value, but it only gives me a half value. Because we run, I have a question about the clock, because we run 720 minutes to a full day, 72, remember that 10 that I took off, A, B, C, D that I took off? We have to multiply everything by 10. That's where it comes in, because creation comes in by 10. Everything we have to do, we need a minimum of 10. I don't know why, but it's always 10. Okay. This one would have to be double, 25,920. 25,920 times 2 equals to 51,84. And that 5184 says Mars and Pluto. The number to Pluto is 48. The number to the Sun, SON, is 48. The number to Pluto is 84. 18 is the heaven. I'm not going to go 594 or 684. If I went 684, that's the split of the seventh gate. 40 is the way we walk. 5 by 18 is 90. 94 is Uranus. But so far, I'm making no sense at all. I don't like what I'm saying. It's making no sense at all because only I understand it. 4 times 18 is that 72. 4 and 9, again, 94. Half of 94 is 47. We come to Jesus, and again, we're back to Uranus. 72 is when a big red sun, and that 25,920 is your Mayan calendar count. Your 7920 is the diameter of the Earth. I want to back this up a little bit. Not to where we run in spring or summer. I don't want to talk about the red sun in here. Something to do with shapes. Just give me a second over here. Here's my pig. Here's my pigs, right? You see this circle here and this circle here, the two circles on each side. When I put the circle in between, I connect it with a doorway. Let me call that the sun. Let me, in fact, call these all three different suns, okay? Different ways we link the Olympic signs, different realities. I can't explain them all, but it's three, two of them connected to make one of them. You and your body, the upside down snowman. The other thing I might want to be talking in here, I'm still looking for more numbers. Not sure where they are. Stick with me for a minute. Just stick with me. I didn't want to do that. Here it is. This is your Any Craps, okay, electric company. And what happens in this is your 5 times 5, your 5 plus 5 will create your 35. That's your Any Craps. When you add it, when you minus it, it'll create Mars. Any Craps electric company into Mars. You now have 8 and 6 splitting of the 7th gate. We have 7 and 3. All these are 10s. All of what your 10s can do. But the only thing your 10s can do, okay, on the cube is over here, right? 6 and 4 and 5 and 5. Everything else is off the cube. 7 and 3 is Nibiru. 8 and 2 is the cycle of the moon. And 1 and 9 is the artificial intelligence, the A and I, the birth in I, okay? In which I is the second B world, because in gematria, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Okay, so it's the second B. So when you say 22, the number 22, we can actually be talking about the second B, 22, or the letter V for life. Again, confusing. Too much confusion in here. I'm not sure what to do with this. Here is X and X. Here is J and Y. Here is U and J. Here is P and J. Again, I don't know what they're going to say. This one is dog. This one is altered current. This one is electric company. This one is DC. DC gets your DNA and your barnyard doors. Why your barnyard doors? Because they're both Roman numeral 10 and X10. All these are Roman numeral 10, which means X. So you'll have PX, UX, GX if you want. Remember, 6, 5, 3, 7. Two places we have 7. We have 167257. Here it is on Earth. Here it's telling us about the half-life. Half-life seems to structure itself through the moon. This one gives us a liberty of freedom, because the way to create the 55 is 7 times 6. 7 plus 6 will create this 55 is 7 times 6, 42. 7 plus 6, 13. 13 and 42 equals 55. 42 minus 13 is 29, and that is birth. If I say 92, it's yellow. If I say 29, it's still yellow, but the 9 on this side, right? There's so many ways to look at this. If I go 9 and 2 or 2 and 9, they're the same and they're different. Multiplied and added, they'll equal to this, right? To this number over here regardless. But this one is in the 10 hole. This one is in the 10 hole. So they're telling us two different things. This one will be 90, which is 80 plus 10, and this one is 20 plus 9. Why? Because in French, it tells us to count this way. So this is birth, and this is times 10. And I'm assuming that the times 10 is the added A, B, C, D. We have to recognize, okay, that in 9 is A and D. Because in the deck of cards, we get the 4 corners that are already there, and we get the 1. The 5 is inside the 9, A, B, C, D. The only thing we don't see is the 2 separate worlds, is that 2 is missing. Only the 2 is missing from the 9. Do you follow what I'm saying? Here's my 9 card, right? The difference between the 8 card, the 8 card is made up of the 6 card. Okay, this is your 6, this is your 7, this is your 8. And if you take a notice that the diamond card, right, the diamond card would show, you can flip it upside down in both ways, and you'll see all the figures. But if it was a spade, right, and it was the 8 card, you're going to see your spade standing up. And then on this one, you know, it was the, excuse me, let me do this a little bit more. So you have 5 up and you have 2 down, right? If it was the 8 card, you would have 5 up and 3 down. That would be the 7, but the diamond card shows everything up and everything down. So we have to understand what the diamond is. And then if we put the suits together, right? The suits together, the spade and the club creates the diamond in between. Since it creates this image over here, the connecting skies, right? The connecting skies, I'm just trying to, you put 2 hearts on top of each other and you create the connecting skies, the 2 diamonds. The diamond is in the center. So I'm understanding that the black cards, or number 29, are the connected hearts. Do you follow what I'm saying? Why number 29? Because 29 is for the word black, equals 29. Short count 11. B is black, L is red, A is red, C is red, K is black. So we get K as the second letter, the 11th letter. 1 and 1 is 2. B is worth 2. The total is 13 and 16, or 7 and 4. Jesus black. Into the diamond world. And because it's the diamond and it's a connected world, we connect the world with 88, and 88 equals the purple. Purple says we connect through red and blue, creating the purple, and that's the color of our veins and the flow of our blood. So I now connect it to the creation of man. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. I know this is all mixed up and it's more than we can swallow, but thank you for watching this video. There's just so much. There's so much. Again, we had 23 and 34 in the last video. 23 and 32, right? 23 and 32. I just want to show you something for those who made it this far. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 6 plus 5. 23 plus 11 equals 34. 32 plus 11 equals 43. It stands for hot and cold water. Hot and cold water is red and blue. BC creation. It was created before the Christ. If we want, we can minus the 23, minus the 11. 23 becomes 12. 32 minus the 11 becomes 1221, creating the 33, creation of the Christ. Raphael 7286. A constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. What happens to this? Okay, good enough.